Hi guys, I'm here to talk about fleece. I've had to switch the guinea pig cages to fleece just because my pet store is out of bedding right now, but I think, believe it or not, I may actually switch to fleece full time. This one I just washed today, and I washed it in the machine. I actually hung it out on the line. But what it is a fleece blanket that I had bought back in last spring. And then I lined it with like a bedding pad inside of it, and then I just folded the blanket over. So I'm going to show you how I'm making these. I bought some of these. They're by Lovable Friends Fitted Crib Pad, and it's water absorbent and quilted. It actually says it absorbs 8 cups of liquid. Now, certainly the pigs wouldn't wet that much, but anyway. So this is the fitted crib sheet, and it's got this mesh thing on. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut that off. So I'll be back after I do that. Okay, so I just started to cut a little bit of it, and then once you get it to a certain point, you can just pull, and it'll just rip away from the thing, because it doesn't have to be neat, because this whole pad is going to be covered up with the fleece. So just keep going around and rip that mesh part away. Okay, so just keep doing that. Alright, so once you have the backing off, just lay it out. My cage is 2 grid by 3 grid. So it's really, just measure the coroplast inside your cage. So mine's like 28. This is pretty much close to 28. It's like 27 3/4, close enough. My husband's making fun of me. And then mine's 28 by 42. So I just have to measure it out, and I'm going to cut off the extra ends, and if I have enough left over, I might make some piggy pads out of it. So 40, yeah, I don't really end up with that much at the end. So I'm just going to trim it. It's pretty much right at this fold. Okay, now just move that out of the way and take your fleece. Now these fleece are, I don't know if the measurement's on it. No, of course not. I forget what they are. I mentioned it in the video back when I bought the fleece, when I bought it when I was away in New York. So just lay your fleece down, and then lay the pad down. Now these pads are actually kind of fuzzy on both sides, which is nice. So I just lay the fleece and the pad down so there's like sort of that much extra at the edge, and then I flip this side over like that, so it's going to be completely covered, and then I start with this edge here where it's folded over, and I just pin it. Where are my pins? And I just pin as I go around, and just make sure it's right up to the edge. You just do a little pin and go all the way around the blanket like that. Now when you get to the edges like this, where there's extra, you can trim the fleece, but all I did was I just kind of folded it under like this, and then like folded that side up like that, and then folded this one under, so it almost just reinforces the edges a little bit, and then again just pin, but I take it right to the edge of the pad and just hold it together. Oops. And pin. And the reason I've been doing this is because to have a pad or towels like I used to use in the cage, I just feel it's too light, and when you're brushing the fleece with the dustpan and everything, I found the fleece would move around, and they would tend to sort of burrow under the fleece a little bit. And I find with these, I've been using these now for, oops, I pinned wrong here. Smooth it out as you're doing this so it doesn't get all bunchy. but I find that because the pad and everything makes it a little bit heavier, they don't tend to flip up the edges and try to get under it. I mean, a few poops will go off the edge, obviously. But it just makes it cleaning the cage so much easier too, because you just fold it up with all the poop like this and then carry it out, and then you just flop the new fleece in, and there's no layers involved, and it's just really simple. Now, like I said, this one here has been washed. It's worked out really good. And what I do is I sew, when I first start sewing, my sewing job isn't the best, but I sew right along this edge a little bit, and then I go in again and I do another edge. And it just makes it a little more secure and solid. Again, it's fleece, it's not going to be perfect, and it's for a guinea pig to poop on, so don't worry about your sewing. You're not on Project Runway. It'll be okay. So that is my piggy pads. And these ones here, now again, living in Bermuda, things are expensive, but these are normally $15, and they were actually, I think, 30% off, so I got them for $9.99. So I thought it was good, and again, lovable friends, piggy pads, they're working out good, and again, I may be doing the switch to fleece full time. So, I mean, I'm doing this for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll see what happens. But you just have to maintain it every day and sweep up the poops. It will get wet, but I'm finding it's a little bit easier to clean with the pads made like this, and less bedding. Or with the bedding not there, there's less mess on the floor. So it seems to be working out good. Hi, we're here with Gus and Snoopy, and I'm going to be cleaning their cage. They have the fleece in their cage right now, so I'm just going to show you how I'm going about this. So I'm just going to get the poops all out of here. Now, if you're just spot cleaning, you would just sweep this all out. But right now, I have to clean the whole cage. So I'm just taking out all the little bedding pieces and brushing them with the dustpan brush and their food dish. Trying to get as much into I gotta wash the dish out. And then their litter box. So this, now I could sweep all this up, which, here, let me just do that. And as you can see, with the fleece hemmed the way I did and have it around the blanket, or sorry, around the liner, and it's all sewed, the fleece doesn't all flip up when I do this. Just get our dustpan. Sometimes I just grab the fleece and I just take it outside and swish it over the fence. We just have a big kind of forest area behind us. It'd be a little weird if my neighbor lived there and I was throwing all this in their yard, but no one lives back there. Alright, so just sweep it up as best you can. I will still take this and shake the majority of it over the fence. You just take this out, and then I just flip it like this, lift it out of the cage, and then sweep up the rest of the mess. I like to get a new piece of coroplast to put down on the floor here, or get a whole new one. I don't know. Actually, I think I have, excuse me, Snoopy. Excuse me, Gussie. I actually think I have some coroplast left over from the last time I bought it, and I could actually put a whole new piece down. For no reason, it's just that the stains bother me, and that was from having the bedding in there. Alright. I just have to get the clean cage, and I forgot it. I'll be back. So I've got the clean cage stuff now. Excuse me. I just kind of give it just a little wipe. Just makes it smell better. And that's it. And now we take the new fleece and we lay it down. Excuse me. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Fix the cage nice. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. And that's it. That's all you do. And now you just put all the stuff back. I'm going to rinse them off a little bit, and I have to put new litter box paper in. But that's all there is to switching out the fleece. That's all there is. That's all there is. Oh my God. Where you go? Hello. Hello. Alright, so, and then I just have to wash the little pads that I keep underneath the pigaloos. But that saves on some of the wetness. Doesn't it? You want some hay? You want some hay? Get you some hay, okay. So I'm actually not minding the fleece, and I may stick with it. Now the hay, the Timothy hay kind of gets on the fleece and stuff, but it's fine. That doesn't bother me so much. So I'm gonna go wash the rest of the stuff, and I'll be back. At some point I'm hoping to get some new fleece, and I can make more of these kind of pieces so that I can just switch them out because I don't have extra. It's okay. That's okay. Come say hi. Come say hi. Come say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Okay, go eat. Alright, see ya. Hey, we're here with the pigs, and I just wanted to show you that they have kitchens. Gus, don't chew the cage, please. Don't do that. Don't do that. They have kitchens back in their cage, and the girls have one too. And I find it's really cutting down on the mess. Now, the girls are neater than the boys, but this has been 24 hours, and there's barely any mess. And the girls now have a big litter box. I switched out the triangle shaped ones. I found the pigs are too big for those now, and they knock them over. But the boys have been using theirs. They're generally more messy than the girls, and they always push this out they just kind of rearrange all the time. But this is pretty clean for being 24 hours, and the mess is pretty much contained up in the kitchen where they eat. So it's a good thing. They're a little high up, and the ramp, because of that, is a little long. But it's because the sides of the cage are so high, the coroplast is so high, and the reason that's so high is because with the bedding, you need it high or they'll kick all the bedding out when they're running around. So you can see that the grid that the kitchen's sitting on has to be this high because it's right at the top of this coroplast wall. So I'm gonna wait and see. I'll give it another couple weeks. Just make sure that we're gonna switch to the fleece permanently, or either getting used to the smell or it's really not that bad. You can see Gus is back in his litter box. They are using those, and that's keeping down on the mess too. So did I already say that? I think so. Anyway, so the fleece is working out. They have their kitchens. They're happy pigs. All right, I gotta go. Talk to you later. See ya.